cycling, and energy flow are key processes for life on Earth. Let's look around. Where can we find carbon? Participants write down on their papers and then in conversation add what will be written on a common poster. Carbon cycling and energy flow are key processes for life on Earth. Let's look around. Where can we find carbon? Participants write down on their papers and then in conversation add what will be written on common posters.
Here. Doors. Doors. We have life in the sea. Fish lives in the sea. They breathe oxygen and exhale carbon.
We have a life on land. Humans and animals breathe oxygen and exhale carbon.
We have soil and humus and every plant does photosynthesis.
We have water and animals that live in the water breathe in oxygen and they exhale carbon, and that's how water gets carbon.
I have things made by human. Everything contains carbonate, and if we light, for example, a chair on fire, the carbonate will release itself.
Which processes categorize each basin? How does carbon get there and how is it released? Each large pool can be a task for one group or a couple of participants who need to draw or otherwise display installation, sagging, lowering. The pool features and the processes that take place there regulating carbon.
Ja, i śpiewa, proszę. Taki proces rozgrania. I wyglądać.
Hi, my starting station is atmosphere. Direction at the station atmosphere before 17,000. You are combined with two oxygen atoms. You are part of carbon dioxide, CO2. Roll the dice. I got one, so I stay in the atmosphere and then I roll dice again. I got 6, so I dissolve in the water of the surface layer of the ocean. We go to the next station. Here I roll the dice again. I got 3. By wave activity, you exit the solution as CO2 gas and go into the atmosphere. Go to the atmosphere again. and I got 3. The plant has taken you into the process of photosynthesis and incorporated you into a sugar or a longer carbon chain. You are now part of life on the land. I got 5. An organism you are a part of is dying and carbon is reaching the soil where it will soon decompose. Go to the soil. Soil is here. We got 4. If you get 1, stay in the soil and roll the dice again. We got 4, another time, and another time. If you get number 4 5 times in a row, you become part of the fossil fuel. Now we are fossil fuel, and you can roll the dice, but you are not going anywhere. The Industrial Revolution has not yet begun. You are an ancient plant transformed into a fossil fuel deposits and trapped beneath many layers of rock, soil, or ocean. Stay in the fossil fuel throughout all your remaining drops.
Hi.
The biggest and most important carbon pools are named, and each has a dice. Each participant represents a carbon atom that will move toward based on a dice roll. Each station has instructions that tell the player where to go based on the number of dice. In order to determine after the game how each participant traveled and how long where they stayed, each participant keeps a record or a worksheet. Each row in the table describes one transition from one carbon pool to another. Enter the ordinal number of the throw, the number on a dice, the starting pool or where it started from, and the next pool into which the C atom reaches, and the process by which it is released or transferred to the next pool. In the next roll of the dice, the starting pool, the process by which carbon is released, and the pool into which it is reached and or re-enrolled. The game starts with each participant standing at one of the pools or stations, except for fossil fuels, writing their starting stations in a worksheet and rolls the dice. From the instruction, it recognizes which process frees him from that pool, then writes it down, and then writes the next destination. After arriving at the next destination, he writes in the next line and throws the dice again.
Participants complete 10 trips and complete their worksheets. They tell several stories and find out how many stations in a C atom's life story have changed, which pools have trapped carbon for a long time, and from which it is easier to release carbon.
I started in the pool ocean surface, and I went through ocean surface, mid-deep ocean, and atmosphere.
Our journey began in soil and humus, and we went throughout deep ocean, ocean surface, soil and humus, and atmosphere.
We started in mid-deep ocean. We went to ocean surface, life in sea, and atmosphere.
We started in an atmosphere pool and we traveled through ocean surface and mid-deep ocean.
And we started life on the land, and we gone through soil and humus and atmosphere.